Eichorst. What about the momentum on the trail, which continued this weekend, and just overall, what kind of reception you get from recruits all over the country?
You know, I think our momentum is good. There's a ton of excitement out there that I think just gets created with some decisions that were made and the work our coaches are doing. So I think that that all kind of bodes well as we're going forward. We're gonna. It's not really a goal of mine to be done by July 1st, but it's a distinct possibility that could, and we all know that we're not really done, that we will continue to recruit and to keep the guys that we have committed, but also to continue to look. But it is exciting for sure to have this momentum and to have, the kids that are out there that have committed to have that place for us right now is a good feeling, and it also gives us an opportunity to continue to blend what we want to do going down the road future for the 2019 class, and as we all know, this is accelerated to the point that you have to be prepared. So we're actually doing both. We're going full speed ahead on getting our 2018 class committed and working on what is going to be available for 2019.
It's probably one of those years where you wish you had more room.
I do. I wish we did have more room. I kind of always have thought that in general, but for sure this year. But when you're looking at your team and the growth within your team, and then adding to it a certain number, and what I've learned more now probably than ever is do a good job of evaluation and recruiting, and then getting the guys in the program and developing them, and then adding the right number to those spots where there really is the right level of competition, the right number where they can get a lot of good practice, and that gives them once again the chance to develop more. So it's kind of a cycle that you get in where you need the right players initially, you need to add to that, and then you need to practice from there. And seeing our team get to know Tanner, that's probably been the neatest thing to see. He is I think the best compliment I can give him is that he's one of the guys. He just came in and fit in and just went to work. I think he's respected for his ability for sure, but he's also respected as being a good person, and I think that a guy that the other players would want to play with.
Do you have June mapped out, kind of how you want to do it? I know you said you kind of like being on campus a little bit more around your team.
Well, I think that the new rule, Brian, that Shawn was a big part of getting implemented, of having basically only 10 days for camps, is, first of all, it's enough. I think it's a good number for camps. You can have your camps at home, and you can have enough of those camps where you travel. But I also think what it does is it saves time for you and your coaching staff to work with your own team. So we will map out our June just about like we map out our fall camp. Not necessarily with the football plays that you can run, because you can't do that kind of thing in June. But as far as the conditioning and preparation for fall camp, we'll have a specific plan day by day that we will basically use to help our team develop. And so I think that that's one of the most important parts of what the Oversight Committee and Shawn's group has looked at, is how do you balance, basically recruiting your next team with the fact that you have to coach and mentor and grow your own team. And so we have to use June in a very wise way to be able to get our team one step closer to winning all the games in the fall.
In terms of the rule changes, are you guys looking at starting fall camp earlier?
We are looking. I don't want to move it back way into July, but we're probably going to go a couple days early in order to take advantage of the fact that that we're not going to be able to use 2-a-days, but we can get our allotted practices in. I actually like it. I think it's a great rule. I think that we have slowly been going away from 2-a-days as we used to know them. We've been slowly doing that for a long time. So, will be a better pace for our players. It perhaps will be a safer pace for our players. I think that going at a less frantic pace and trying to jam 29 practices into a shorter period of time, that's not a great idea. And so spreading it out a little bit more will be better for them. And I think that you know, the idea for me, you know, just in general, if you give me a practice and a walkthrough and a meeting time each day, that's good, you know, and then we can make our preparation and all of our plans all around those three things. I think that will be good for our team.
Mike, you mentioned July 1st. Do you think that there might be a July 1st signing date?
Someday. I think that was on the table initially, and I think that there was discussion about that kind of early signing date, end of June, first part of July. I think that was on the table. I think that the December one ended up being a compromise for the moment, but I think that we will find with earlier visits in April, May, and June that becomes kind of a natural time eventually for the kids to go ahead and sign. I think a lot of high school coaches and kids would be glad about that, actually, to get that behind them at that point. That's in the future. It might not be next year or the year after, but I think someday you'll see something like that.
Anything else? Anything for Shawn?
Shawn, do you feel good about the July 1st idea, or possibly having a signing date that early?
I do. Mainly because if you look at the landscape, it's the reality of the landscape. You know, again, with earlier visits, April, May, and June. You know, primarily now kids are making unofficial visits to kick the tires to make the commitment, right? So I think having an opportunity before they start their senior season of football at their high school just seems to make sense to me on a lot of levels.
Thanks, guys.
All right, thanks.